Good morning, children. Today I will be taking biology for class 10. So in the last class we studied about oxidation, nutrition and all those things. How cell take in water or other gases. We studied the word permeable. The cells are selectively permeable. They don't allow all the gases inside. They don't allow all the gases outside. We studied about osmosis. When gases, exchange of gases like carbon dioxide is left out, oxygen is taken in. They are called permeable. So the cells will close the door, and we saw about osmosis. When water passes through something, that process is called osmosis. And we saw about photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants make their own food, and they are called autotrophic organisms. Auto means self, automatic. They can make food by themselves. That is why plants are the only producers in the world. Only they can produce food. We can cook food only. We take food from the plants or the animals and we cook it. And in photosynthesis, you all know, we have been studying from class 5 what is photosynthesis. Actually, what happens during photosynthesis, there are 3 stages. The green leaves will have chlorophyll, and the chlorophyll takes light energy from the sun. We saw that one in the last class. Then this light energy is converted to chemical energy, and water molecules are changed into, you know what, hydrogen and oxygen, and carbon dioxide will change to carbohydrates. So these are the 3 things that usually take place in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll takes in light energy from the sun. That light energy is changed to chemical energy, and water molecules are broken up into hydrogen and oxygen, and carbon dioxide is converted into carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the energy needed for bodybuilding, for working and all those things. And it doesn't have to be in this order, because some of the desert plants, they take in air and then store it at night time, and then daytime when the sun shines they will prepare their food and all those things. So it is not in this order. Some plants, they have different timing, different styles. Anyway, this is the way that they go for photosynthesis. And in photosynthesis, you have to remember, see, I am showing a leaf here. This leaf, notice the color, it is yellowish in color. The more yellowish or brownish it becomes, it does not have chlorophyll, so it cannot absorb the light energy. Some of the plants like crotons, they have purely yellow leaves or brown leaves. Why is that one? Because they don't have chlorophyll, they don't absorb light energy, and because of that they need less water. It is to avoid wastage of water. Some of the plants have, some plants, they have smaller leaves like this. Some like banana, plantain, they have bigger leaves, so they need more water, because more water escapes from the leaf. Even in the cell, we have, in class 9 we have studied about cell membrane, plasma membrane, and then we have the nucleus and the cytoplasm. But plant cells, they are different. In today's topic, we are going to see only about this one. It is very simple. Plant cell, other than the plasma membrane, they have one more membrane called the cell wall. That also we will study. That cell wall, what does it do? When water is absorbed more, it will push against that one so that it does not damage the cell. See, the plants are growing outside. They take in water or oxygen whenever it is available. So if the cell wall is not there to protect that one, damages, changes will take place inside the cell. So what is the first thing that you know? This plant cells, or we are going to learn about the leaf here. In the leaf, if you keep this leaf under an electron microscope, if you keep a leaf under this electron microscope, you will see some small green dots. And these green dots contain, we call it as the chloroplast. We call it as what? Chloroplast. And this chloroplast only contains chlorophyll. So in this you can see some yellowish part here. It does not have chlorophyll. It will not make food. It does not absorb light energy. So these green dots you find it, you will not see with the naked eye. You have to keep it under an electron microscope. You see that it has got some green dots that is called as the chloroplast. And this chloroplast has chlorophyll that will take in the light energy. And in class 9, you might have studied about stomata. If you don't remember, I will once again go through it. It is not tomato, it is stomata. So what is stomata? Stomata are tiny holes, or we call it as pores. Tiny. See, even in our skin, we have this tiny pores. And it is through this the water goes out as sweat. So they are called as stomata. So stomata is like a tiny hole. So say I'll draw it as a bigger one. So this part is the stomata. It is a hole, a tiny pore that you find in the... See, if you leave our door open, you know, the dogs, the cat, animals, all will come inside. So in this case, you imagine, if this pore is open all the time, what happens? Water passes through. When water passes through, what do you call that one? Term osmosis. When gases pass through, we say it is permeable. So here, when the stomata is open all the time, what happens? Water passes through. Always water, when it goes inside, it will damage. So, see, this is the stomata, the hole, and here we have some cytoplasm. Here also we have the cytoplasm. So if I had a balloon with me, I could have shown you better. So we have the nucleus there, that single one. The other one is the chloroplast, which contains the chlorophyll. And here we have the guard cells. What do you call it? Guard cells. So from that you can understand from the word guard means it guards or it protects. So what does it do? When water goes inside, this will become big. When the guard cells become big, the stomata or the hole will open. When it shrinks, when it becomes small, what happens? This stomata will close so that water will not escape outside, water will not come inside. So these guard cells are the main cell that helps in opening and closing of the pore in the leaf, which we call it as stomata. So what do you mean by stomata? Tiny pores or tiny holes. So if it is left open like that, you see ours also, our skin is like that, it does not allow much water to go inside, but it allows our wastewater to go out as sweat. And here, this is called as a stomata. We have the chlorophyll and we have the nucleus here. This side part, the guard cell, when it swells, what happens? The mouth will open, the stomata will open. When it shrinks, what do you mean by shrink? When I blow air into a balloon, it swells. When I leave it open, the air will go out and then it will shrink. When the guard cell swells, the stomata will open. When the guard cell shrinks, the stomata will close. And that's what we are learning about it. So the main thing is we are learning about photosynthesis. What are the three processes that take place? The chlorophyll that you find in the green leaves. Always remember that one. Only green leaves have chlorophyll and they take in light energy from the sun. And that light energy is changed into, you might have studied in physics or biology itself, you might have studied that there are 4 forms of energy. So energy, we cannot make it, only they will transfer from one energy to another. And we saw about stomata, the tiny folds, and then we saw about the chloroplast. Chloroplasts are the small green dot that you find inside the leaves that contain chlorophyll. Thank you very much.